One innovation in the great transformation of Brunei is creating fertiliser out of downstream products of oil and gas. I spoke to a senior executive from Brunei Fertilizer Industries to see how this all happens. Well, Raihan, welcome to the Airport Economist.
Thank you. Thank you for coming to see me here in our plant, BFI.
Could you just introduce us to the sort of history of the company, shed light on your operations, the types of products that you bring to market?
So BFI is a state-owned enterprise. We're about 10 years old, so we've just reached our 10-year milestone last year, which means we were established around 10 years ago in 2013. We're actually the first ammonia and urea plant in Brunei, and currently the only one. I emphasize on the word currently, so you never know what's going to happen in the future. So when we finished our construction about in 2022 itself, we were actually the largest single train fertilizer plant in the region. So that's a big history for Brunei in itself. The plant, the ammonia and urea plant, is the Brunei government's initiatives actually to stimulate the downstream petrochemical industry. So when we started selling in 2022, we created some kind of a ripple effect in the industry, because here was Brunei Darussalam, famous for oil and gas.
Of course.
You know, it's predominantly oil and gas. Export is predominantly oil and gas, and suddenly making a name in itself in the fertilizer industry. And then to a large extent, people were saying all over the world, where is this coming from? How is this coming about? So we're very happy. We're very happy that we're finally around in the market and creating a difference, not just in the global arena, but also most importantly to Brunei, where it first started for us here at BFI.
So for a non-technical person like myself, you basically are using the byproducts of oil and gas downstream to make fertiliser.
Yes, so that's the unique thing about this industry, how we connect the upstream oil and gas to feeding the people by use of fertilizer. So BFI is in the middle. We utilize raw materials such as natural gas, right? So that's something that we source domestically. And natural gas is used as part of the process to produce urea as fertilizer to grow crops to feed the world.
So how did it, what was the market reaction when you suddenly produced these new products and put them on the market?
It was actually quite surreal. It was a long project. We're 10 years of age. So suddenly to make an impact and for people all around the world to come to see us, you know, they were knocking on our doors. Instead of us chasing them, they came to us. They say, hey, we hear that you're producing and selling urea. Do you have any availability? Can you sell to us? Can you sell to markets that Brunei have never accessed before in the past? And now we've done that. So for context, for example, a few years ago, last year, we sold to Chile. So Chile is a country we've never, as a country, exported any product at all. But with BFI and also with the signed trade agreements, we were able to leverage on preferential tariff and access markets which maybe with buyers would never have considered in the past. But here we are. So BFI and government initiatives working together and creating new potentials for the country.
It sounds like supply has created its own demand.
Indeed, and in a way that's also because the agriculture needs in Brunei for fertilizer is very small. So in essence, whatever we produce is available to sell for exports. Brunei's fertilizer need represents only about 2 hours of annual production.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're comfortably able to meet the local demand, and we move towards complete import substitution.
If you're selling to Chile, obviously the price and the quality are right.
Yes, it has to be. Agriculture is regarded as an important commodity, so it's under strict control by regulations. So we're certified, for example, to also export to Australia. As you know, Australia has very, very stringent rule. So if we're able to export to Australia, the strictest of all countries in the world, then we can also offer the same quality, best quality to other parts of the world. So what BFI is currently looking into is we're looking to offer a different type of urea, for example, that looks into improving soil quality by producing urea coated with humic acid, or also providing coating with zinc, which focus on providing added nutrients for us. Because some soils in Southeast Asia markets, for example, are lacking in that zinc nutrients. So by providing these added different product for urea, we're addressing or reducing the gap in food security.
Looking into the future, where do you think BFI will be and Brunei will be in the next 5 or 10 years in terms of new markets and new products, and where do you want to see the company go?
I think there's a lot of potentials there for Brunei, for BFI. I see BFI as a catalyst together with the existing industries in Brunei. The more collaboration that we see between the existing industries, the more potential there is for the country. So for example, with BFI, we can provide raw materials and feedstocks to existing industries near us. So instead of them procuring the raw materials outside or us procuring raw materials outside, we can work together to help each other procure the necessary requirements domestically. At the same time, what we have, we can also attract potential investments into the country, thereby creating new industries. I think in a way it makes Brunei more attractive because we're providing the necessary building blocks so that it provides opportunities for new industries to be set up in Brunei.